Well, good morning. This is Paula with my 6.5-month-old puppy, Charlie, coming to you on a Friday morning. And as Gail said last week, we're going to be doing some throwback videos. So, since I just recently got back from LWML National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I thought we would look at a video I did 2 years ago about my return from Lexington to Kentucky. It was quite a difference than this year. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Say bye-bye.
It's Paula, fresh back from an overwhelming mountaintop experience at the LWML National Convention in Lexington, Kentucky, which, by the way, the weather was much cooler than here. Not as much cooler, but there's no humidity. But anyway, I'm not going to complain about that because I'm home safely. I just wanted to start with, and I'm really winging it this time. So anyway, I wanted to tell you that one of the experiences out of many, I scheduled Bible studies at 6:45 in the morning. Went to Donna Snow the first day, and the second day I messed up on my schedule and realized Donna Snow wasn't doing one the second day. So anyway, I went to a woman named Christine, and can't pronounce the last name right now. But anyway, I thought, well, I'm here, I'll go to hers. And well, it was really amazing. I guess all of them are amazing, but she's just written a book about the 4 habits of faith, which of course I bought in a study thing. But anyway, she'd given, the thing I want to bring up is she told a personal story, and it was about how we react to certain situations, and then being a Christian, how people watch us. So she was talking about an experience at the airport that she had to make a decision whether she could have her bag come to the hotel the next day, or they could wait, and it could be anywhere from 5 hours or more to get the bag. And as she said, she probably made the wrong decision and she wanted her bag. You know how us women are. So anyway, it was a group of them, happened to be all female, and they ended up waiting. It was like about 7 hours sitting on linoleum floor in the airport for their bag. And that's when she gave the thing about how human nature, when you're in a situation that goes longer than you think it should, or you're not getting your way, and how there's just different groups of people. And she goes, for the most part, people were angry, using foul language, just complaining, keep going back up and checking when obviously there's nothing you could do. There wasn't much gratitude or whatever. And she, she said, I always wear my cross. And she goes, and I'm thinking, I'm the one that made the wrong decision. And it's not the people that works here fault. So she goes, I need to be patient. And obviously there's a lesson in this. And she said, I just need to remember what is important and try to let Jesus shine through me, that I can maybe set an example for other people. Okay, fast forward. The convention's over. I spent a wonderful luncheon with Christine McConaughey and her husband Vic, who are Rachel McConaughey's parents. Wonderful, wonderful people. So that was just a joy. And I went to the airport and all excited, and everything was perfect, and the plane was going to be delayed. And I'm thinking, but still we were going to make our connection. It was going to be fast, but we could make it. They assured me that we're going to make it. So, because I was due home late, like 11:30 that night. So anyway, the plane comes, we get on the plane, but I noticed we're not going anywhere. People are starting to get, antsy. I'm being kind and got a big smile on my face. And the pilot says they're not going, because of weather, they had to do a different path. So instead of going directly to Chicago, they had to go around St. Louis. So this was going to delay us, and I only had a 20-minute frame, so I'm thinking this isn't good. So and then we had to wait for more fuel so we could make it, which that I was okay with because I really wanted there to be enough fuel on the plane. So anyway, I realized, okay, I'm not going to make it. And I'm thinking it's probably another flight now. But anyway, what am I going to do? I have no control. But I'm thinking, wow, that's weird that at the airport story, and I took that Bible study that I really wasn't going to take. She tells the story of the airport. I'm headed to the airport. So anyway, got there and I'm running. Well, I got there and I realized I had an email. They already rebooked my flight. So they rebooked my flight. I was going now from Chicago to Indianapolis and then not back to BWI. No, now they were taking me to Reagan National. So anyway, I get to the we land and all that stuff, and I realized I've missed. I watched my plane back out and it was gone. So I text my husband and told him the good news is that he doesn't have to pick me up late tonight. The bad news is he's going to have to go to Reagan National tomorrow. And so anyway, I go stand in line to see about something about a hotel or whatever. Well, I stood there probably for about a half hour, and considering what I've had experienced over the 3 days, I couldn't deal with it. It was loud and foul language, and people were horrible and mean, and I'm thinking, it's not worth it to me for a hotel. So I left and thought, well, I'll go down in the baggage line and see about my baggage. It was a little bit better, longer lines, but it got worse. And I'm thinking, now what am I going to do? So I tried talking to people and, trying to tell them that it's no one here's fault. There's nothing we could do. It was weather. We're safe. Some people were okay with that. Some people weren't. And I was realizing, like, the lady in front of me had 3 little children. I'm thinking, well, it's easier for me because I'm not standing here with 3 little kids. So I did try to help her out and entertain the children. And anyway, the time I finally got up there, they really told me about the bag. There was nothing I could do. The bags weren't there. Nothing was going to help. So I'm thinking, you know what? It's getting late now. I just probably could stay at the airport. And I was really tired and I was hungry, but there was nothing open. But I did have a cookie in my purse. So anyway, I'm walking around and trying to got a lot of steps in. I'm watching people, and then I realized that, well, maybe I don't want to stay. I kept looking around. I'm thinking this place could be pretty creepy at night if I'm here by myself. And I know this isn't right, but I did see a couple people that I thought maybe homeless. It looked like they were going to spend the night. And then when you're really overly tired and everything, and all kind of thoughts went through my head. So anyway, I'm thinking, now this is now 11 or a little after 11, and I'm going to book a hotel, which I did, near the airport. And I still don't have any luggage, so I'm going to have to wear the same thing. Luckily, we had to wear a mask. I was very happy about that because it didn't matter what you look like, but I was going to have the same dirty clothes on. I hadn't brushed my teeth. So anyway, I'm thinking, well, still, maybe I could get a couple hours sleep. So I was going to go outside to get a taxi, and I see this couple, a man and woman, sitting there and her little dog, and then a lady next to her. And as I was starting to go out the door, I heard this lady say, well, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to stay here, and I got my blankie, and I'm fine. So, my personality. I walked over, and I said, did you say you were going to stay here? And she said, yes. And I said, well, then I'm staying with you. So we did. She's become my new friend, Donna, from Arizona. And it ended up to be such an experience. And I was so glad that it happened, that I got to spend time with her and talk to her and learn more about her problems. And she had many. She's had pancreatic cancer. The good thing is it's been 4.5 years, but what she went through was horrible, and she's not out of the woods, obviously. She goes every 3 months for scans. But it was just, I think it was meant to be. I think this was meant to happen. This woman was put in my life. we sat and talked, and I was telling her about our church because, I told her the convention I'd gone to, and she just said she was just so happy that I stayed with her and that she felt calmer because I seemed so patient and kind. And I thought, wow, everything happens for a reason. And God is truly working on me, through me, or whatever. And we prayed together. And I thought, I'm so glad that I missed my connection. And that wasn't the only person. And as Donna and I became a pair, we had met several other people, and we started talking to them. And I met a lovely young guy that's a photographer, and he lives in Jordan. And I learned all about Jordan and some of their things that they do, and their culture and their food, and how COVID's affecting them. And so it was just an amazing experience. And so I thought about the upcoming holiday, and I know we're going to be on the road, and going to North Carolina. And I know a lot of people are going to be on the road for the holiday and flying or whatever, or even in the store, which is going to be longer lines for food and all this. And I'm thinking, let's try to remember to be kind and patient. And because you never know, be a light and be the light that shines through that a lot of people don't get to see. And especially if you wear a cross, they're looking at you. So be the best you can be and help somebody out. And so I just wanted to know that I'm going to try to be that person and try to keep my husband patient, kind as he's driving in that heavy bumper traffic. And just realize that it doesn't really matter as long as you're safe. And we're going to be with our family, and Cindy and Tim is coming with us, and so I'm going to be with my children and my grandchildren, and so excited. So if it takes us longer to get there, so be it. Just like it took me longer to get home, but here I am. So that's my focus for this coming week, is to really think about being kind to other people, no matter what situation you are, and be tolerant, because this is a time the workforce is down. If you've ever needed patience and be kind and reach out to people, it's now. So God bless you all. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part. Our sheet, as I'll do with, like Pastor always does, because it's in color, like our activities. But the most important part, right here, the prayer list. Please remember our sisters and brothers in Christ, and please pray for them. And Lord willing, I'll see you in about a week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.